Is it time for Philly to move on from Embiid? Only if they lose this series. If they lose this series in the first round, when should they move on? Now, before we go into that, I want to look at their roster. Let y'all know what their roster looking like. All right, because if you're moving on, you're gonna have to make a move. Just like the Suns, I feel like the Suns are kind of in a prime position because they got those stars that can probably get a lot back for them. I'm not sure about Bradley because he got a big contract and he, injury prone. He hasn't really done much lately. It's what have you done for me lately? They might have to bite the bullet and Booker and KD might gotta go. We gonna see. It's gonna be interesting. Let's look at the Sixers though. Joel Embiid is on contract until 2027. He actually has a player option that year. Maxey, they have a team option on him for next year, which I'm pretty sure they're going to exercise that because he's still in his rookie contract. Tobias Harris, free agent. Buddy Hield, free agent. Batum, free agent. Covington, free agent. Milton, free agent. Paul Reed is on contract until the 26th season. Payne, Oubre, Mo Bamba, KJ Martin are free agents. They literally have 3 guys that are going to be on the roster next year. So they're going to have a lot of cap space. So Embiid, the MVP, as J-Mo would say, he hasn't been producing. I'm sorry. You can call the injuries out. You can say this. You can say that. The man hasn't been getting it done. I'm sorry. To be that guy, to be that type of force, it's first it was trust the process, and they trusted it. They waited it out for him. He got injured first year. I don't think he ever played a full season. Embiid probably never even played 75 games before, and that's sad. When you're a guy of his caliber and you can't even be healthy for the playoffs, for a playoff run, why am I investing my all into you? I got a young star in Maxey. I can build around him. I can find some pieces. I can trade Embiid and get a haul back of some draft picks. It's a lot of things that can be done. All right, so the most games Embiid ever played, 68 games. That was 2 years ago. His first year, 39, then 63, 64, 51, 68, 66. Then you get to the postseason, he's hurt most of the time. That series, their best chance to win a championship was when Toronto won it. That series, when they lost to Kawhi Game 7, was Embiid's fault. This man missed a game because he had a stomach ache or something like that. It's the playoffs, bro. I don't care if you're just out there fouling people. We need you out here. I don't care if you're just out there standing still in the paint. Like, I'm pretty sure with these doctors and this stuff now, it's something they could have did for him, bro. Like, come on, man. Stomach ache, bro. Now, I don't have stomach aches. I get it. But I'm not around those doctors like y'all got. I mean, we got guys coming back from ACL tears in months. Like, and you sitting out for a stomach ache? That's like when Braun had them cramps. People was going in on Braun. I'm like, all right, cramps a little different. You really can't. Your muscles are really tight, bro. That was lack of him drinking water and stretching and all that. He probably was a little shook, for real. But enough of Braun. Now, all right, Dave got some insight for us. Now, it's partial belly palsy, which is crazy to deal with. Hey, Dave. It's the playoffs, Dave. Playoffs. She never ate that bad food yet. You BSing. But I just feel like, when you got a guy of his caliber that hasn't, been there for you when you needed him the most, like, if you lose to the Knicks and people going to say, he wasn't 100%. it's like it's the same story every year. Same story every year. So I want to ask y'all, do y'all think they should move on from Embiid? You know, like I said, they're gonna have ton of cap space with all these guys leaving next year. I just read off the whole depth chart. Only 3 people won't be on there for next year, and Embiid is one of them. So tell me, guys, do they move on from Embiid, get a haul back? Do they build around Maxey? Do they say, you know what, we're gonna try this one more time next year and rebuild the whole team around these 2 guys? Because literally, it's just gonna be them 2 and Paul Reed on the team. That's on the contract still. So it's gonna be an interesting time for the Sixers if they lose game like in the first round. Because a guy like Embiid, you know, people gonna say he was hurt, but he just dropped 50. I mean, he just dropped 50. You know, he can't be the dominating, imposing force that he wants to be on the offense end because, you know, they say he can't dunk that hard, put that much force on him. But, hey, man, you got to show up. You got to show up. So, let me know, man, what y'all think in the comments. Should they move on from Embiid? You know, like I said, or should they stay? Because I'm loving what I'm saying from Maxey. I think Maxey is a dog. I like him on offense and defense. I'm not gonna lie. I think he plays excellent defense for his size, and I think on offense he's such a mismatch. Like you cannot stay in front of him. He got that one move. He got that for me, by the way, because that's my move right there. It's like it's between the leg crossover. It's real quick though, like pop pop. When he do that, he gone. It's boop boop. Then he gone. So I'm a big Maxey fan. Shout out Maxey. Shout out J-Mo, my bro. You know, we got one answer. We got Dave say, I say try one more time next year. You a Heat fan. You want that. You know Embiid gonna be hurt in the playoffs. That's why you saying that. I get it. I get it, Dave. I get it. You ain't slick. You ain't slick, Dave. I know what you trying to do. You know how he be in the playoffs. He be folding. He don't be folding, y'all. He just be hurt. He be folded. It's like, nah, I ain't gonna do that song. But yeah.